Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wealth Dom with me, Noah B. I'm your portfolio manager. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Nvidia ripping higher. Bitcoin and Ethereum had a huge rally, and Visa stock just dropped over 5% in one single day. Before we get started, if you would be so kind to like this video and subscribe to the channel, also click that notification bell in order to get notified whenever we post new videos like this. With this being said, let's first of all take a look at today's market vitals. Starting out with today's events, which already happened. One of them in the G20 countries, the monthly CPI indicator came out better than expected for Australia. Forecasted was 2.8 and it came in at 2.7%. Looking at the week ahead, tomorrow we're going to have from Germany the consumer confidence, and then from the United States we're going to have durable goods, and Fed Chair Powell is going to have a speech. Now, let's talk about the markets. We saw yesterday the S&P hitting a new all-time high, coming in at 5,732, and again, closing its day on a positive 0.25%. And we are seeing a small and smaller gain with negative divergence on the RSI, indicating a possible retraction of the markets. As you can see in the figure right here, we do see lower lows on the RSI, although we do see lower highs on the RSI, although we do see newer highs or higher highs on the market itself. The Nasdaq also closed in positive, with a bare 47 bips, and then the Dow Jones also barely closed positive, actually almost negative, with a 20 basis points. Now, for commodities, we're seeing a bunch of negative on before the open. We see gold just a tinge higher in the positive range, but oil, silver, and copper having a very bad day today. On the foreign exchange, we see the dollar being strong and Bitcoin giving back a bit of its gains from yesterday. We're going to talk about Bitcoin today, and also Ethereum opening up negative. So let's talk about earnings before we get into the main subjects. We do have today one major company reporting earnings, and that is Micron Technology, with the expected of 1.11 EPS and a revenue of $7.65 billion. You can see all the graphs and all the tables on the blog post, and also in my newsletter on Substack. So if you're not on Substack already, subscribe more to get the most out of the newsletter. Okay, so let's jump into the top stories. First of all, Nvidia had a huge jump yesterday. So what just happened? The Nvidia Corporation shot higher yesterday due to the fact that the stock appeared to be moving on the reports that the CEO, Jensen Huang, has just finished selling the company's stock. Now, don't be scared. He didn't sell off his stock, but the Nvidia CEO has completed his selling of. He had a portfolio and he sold roughly 6 million shares. Now this range over a longer period, and he did finish it sooner than expected. His selling target was from June the 14th to September the 13th, and he sold approximately shares. He sold 6 million, but in a value of 713 million. Just let it slip up off your tongue. $730 million. He sold roughly between a price target of, just check this here, between $91 and $140 per share. So he sold at a really big top. Now remember that Nvidia shares were up 140%, and reported revenues grew roughly 122% year to year, and also guided for continued growth on the back of stronger demand for AI. It is no wonder that the stock is rallying. So big rally yesterday, and this is why the rally happened. Now I'm going to keep my eyes on this stock and report back to you if I do see a opportunity to jump in. I wouldn't jump in just right now. I would wait. I will wait to the ranges. Let's just see here. I have a couple of ranges marked, maybe at the $90-ish, so somewhere there. Okay, now let's move on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum had a really good day yesterday. Now, the global cryptocurrency market, the entire global cryptocurrency market reached a 2.26 trillion market cap, marking a 2.3% increase in the last 24 hours. So this is just amazing. This rally followed the nearly 4%, or actually after hours was almost 5% surge of Nvidia Corporation, and we already talked why that happened, and it seems to be driven by the reports of Jason Wang that he has completed his selling. Now, the Fed's 50 basis point cut has invoked the market, but how long will this actually last? We saw this huge surge in Bitcoin, we saw this huge surge in Ethereum, but they're still capped at a specific level. I saw that Bitcoin is 67,000. So if it manages to break out of there, that's going to be an interesting, really, really interesting point. But I would wait to see what happens until the elections. Okay, now let's talk about the big fish. The big fish is here, Visa. So Visa just got slammed. The Justice Department has sued Visa, alleging that it has illegally monopolized the debit card market since 2012. Now, please explain to me the following. Write it down in the comment section below. How can you legally monopolize something? Nevertheless, the lawsuit claims Visa paid companies like Apple to limit innovation. How can you pay someone to limit innovation? Nevertheless, that's what they are accused, allegedly, and undermined startups trying to compete. And this could be true, but who knows? Who knows? Allegedly. Visa allegedly punished merchants with higher fees if they use other cards' networks, leading to higher prices for consumers, of course. Now, the Justice Department argued that Visa's dominance allows it to extract service fees, affecting the price of nearly everything. Now, remember how big of an influence Visa has. It has, I believe, 60% of the credit card market, something like that. And we do tend to go away from cash. So no wonder Visa is surging in these years. Now, the Justice Department seeks to end several anti-competitive practices, but does not demand that Visa to be broken up. Visa shares prices fell, as I said, around 5, even 6% after hours. And the lawsuit could take several years to resolve potential extension in the new administration. So who knows what will happen. Now, the lawsuit could take long, and we did see a huge dip yesterday only on the news. So is this a buying level for Visa? Is this a great entry point? It did go through a couple of technical indicators here. If you take a look at the technicals, it went through the 200, the 100, and the 50-day because they have now a reverse. They have the reversed, and Visa was trying to gain up there with the 50-day, moving towards the 100-day, so far, so on, so on. It was seeming good for Visa, but now it just plunged through everything. But it did not go under in the RSI, so it did not trigger a sell signal. So let's keep an eye on Visa and let's see how it behaves in the next couple of days. I'm going to come back to you with this. So with this being said, thank you so much for watching. Remember to share, like, and subscribe the video. If you like the video, it helps me out immensely. If you want to stay a member of this channel, then please consider subscribing. Also, click that notification bell in order to get notified when we post new videos like this. We post from Mondays through Fridays, and on Saturdays, we have a portfolio review on what we bought, what we sold. With this being said, catch you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.